Could you describe a little bit about jungle survival school and how it was to be in the Philippines?
Learned a lot. It was not a long school. It was like a week. And what they taught you was, I remember one thing. They said the number one rule to survive in the jungle is do not run. Do not ever run in the jungle. Even if the enemy is approaching, do not run. Because there's so much karst over there, which is a type of stone that's eroded down, sharp as a razor, and it's all overgrown. And there'll be 100-foot cliffs over there that you can't see. You'll be up on top of the cliff, and you go running through the jungle. You can literally run right off the cliff before you realize there is a cliff because of all the undergrowth and the jungle plants. So I remember that. Don't run. And then we learned how to eat trees and plants and that sort of thing. Palm trees, by the way, are very good. The center core of a palm tree is not that bad. The consistency of a pineapple, and it tastes pretty good. You can live on it. And, of course, introduction to other plants and what animals, in case you came across anything, were edible. How to pitch a tent in the jungle using just what you parachuted into the jungle with, that sort of shelter. How to put it up in the jungle so as to keep the rain off, how to build it up above the jungle floor. You don't want to sleep on the ground. That's not good. Well, there's bugs and animals and snakes and lizards and every other thing on the ground, but also the ground will suck the heat out of your body. So you don't want to be there. Put a layer of air between you and the ground by building it up with branches and so forth. Jungle survival was pretty interesting. It was different from anything I'd ever seen before. The regular Air Force survival school was a whole different animal up in Fairchild. I was there when there were 3 feet of snow on the ground, so kind of hard to find stuff to eat.
What do you remember about the normal Air Force survival school in Fairchild in comparison to the jungle survival school in the Philippines?
Well, they're entirely different. The jungle survival was more specialized, and the regular Air Force survival school was more generalized type of survival. It happened that we were there when snow was on the ground, and we had to learn how to find wood that would burn, that didn't have moisture in it, how to scrounge for something to eat. Of course, so many people have been through that same area. There's no such thing as an animal in there anywhere. But we had to learn how to make a rescue signal. We stomped out letters, SOS, in the snow in a field where it could be seen from the air. Like I said, the snow was 2 to 3 feet. So that took a little while, and then we outlined the letters with branches from the trees so to give it sort of a third dimension, a little contrast with the snow, so that airplanes could see us. And my squad of about 5 or 6 guys, nothing to win, but we won the competition as having the best rescue signal. So it was a week in which we learned how to not mind being hungry and how to purify water the best you could, or where to find the purest water in a survival situation. Learned some stuff there, and then the jungle survival following on was the specialized, where you were going to Southeast Asia, you need to know about the jungle type survival rather than desert or rather than any other environment.
I bet it was a different breed going from Fairchild all the way over to the Philippines.
Oh, yeah. You get on the airplane, and it's cold, and you get off the airplane, and it's no longer cold. I remember that blast of heat when we walked off the airplane, from the air-conditioned airplane into that Philippine heat. That was impressive.